Hi everybody. So I hope everybody's had a good Christmas and looking forward to the new year. I just saw I had some conversation with some people this morning talking about Christmas and also more importantly about financial decision making and I wanted to share what we've done this year with our kids. So my two are teenagers. So and quite frankly, we live in a world very gratefully. We don't we're not lacking in much really if you think about where we live in this country, and we have quite a lot of privileges, I guess. So one of the ways that I'm trying to teach the kids now about financial awareness is really what I'm going to talk about here is and not so much properties as such, but it's basically to think that wanting something just for the sake of wanting it is not good enough, because ultimately we just consume more things and end up teaching our kids just to want more things. And quite frankly, a lot of these dates like Father's Day, Mother's Day, this day and that day, it's all created for us to spend more money. And Easter and whatever the whatever the occasion is, it is a marketing driven thing that makes us spend more money. Because quite frankly, the next day, take Christmas sales, you pay something 200 quid today, tomorrow after the Christmas bank holiday, Boxing Day, it's 100 quid. So why the hell are you going to spend 200 pounds just to make sure that he arrives on 25th? Again, everybody's got their own opinions about this, and I respect it. By all means, when my kids were 2 and 3 and 4 and 5, fine, absolutely did the whole Father Christmas thing, tree and all that stuff. But now that they're teenagers, what I've started to do now is to teach them about financial awareness. So one of the things that they've got is nothing for Christmas. They got nothing. Quite frankly, they've got everything they need. They don't really need to get any more things that they don't actually have to have. So what I've done is actually we've given them cash equivalent, so cash equivalent, not cash equivalent, and that they have to now research and invest into shares of companies. So my two have got now 2 lots of £250 I've given them to go and buy, or actually I'll help them, but to buy shares in companies. Now the reason why I've done that is because, one, it teaches them that actually this is an investment decision that they have to make, because thinking through the logic of, for example, this morning my daughter texted me while I was in the gym saying, how do I buy these shares and how do I research it? So which was great actually for me to hear that she was coming to me and asking me this information. So I've given her a list of shares that I think, or companies that I think may be okay for 2024, do well for 2024, and asking her the logic stuff of, look, use Yahoo Finance to research the actual company, but most importantly the basics is teaching her that actually, these are my words to her. I said, look, if the company, you need to understand what the company makes and does or sells. 2, you need to think about, is this company, the product that they sell and the service that they sell are going to be around for at least the next 10 years and more. 3, do you think that what the company is selling to their customers is going to be in demand for the next 12 months or so and more? So these are kind of 3 basic questions I've asked her to think about before she invests in those companies and get to buy those shares. So my thought process here is, A, she's researching, B, she's understanding that once she starts to look at a company, what does a company do? Do they make money? Thinking through her own logic, is that company's product or services are more likely to do well next year or not? Or is basically in our world, is the trend, is an increasing trend or a decreasing trend in demand? So, and I guess that's my way of trying to teach them financial discipline, financial awareness, and also assessment of value when it comes to businesses. So that's what I've done, and I'd be interested to hear what you guys are doing with your kids and how you're teaching them the actual discipline of no waste of money. Because quite frankly, we all grew up with wanting all these things, and actually by it the next day you've stopped using it because you're bored of it in a week's time. So I'd be interested in hear your thoughts on this. The second thing that I've also done is when my son had invested, and actually teaching him delayed gratification, the word delayed gratification, i.e., don't spend the money today, let it vest and then you'll make more money tomorrow. And he did that for the last 12 months. And actually, I invested his £500 12 months ago. And today, or yesterday actually, I even got him to sign a letter to say that he's received his income. So what happened is he invested £500 in with me. I invested it in a company. The company did well. The share price went up, and now the share price had grown from 500 to 700. So I said to him, look, you've got a choice. And he wanted some stuff for himself, like an Xbox or something like that. He wanted to upgrade. I said, great, but what you can do is use the money that you've made to pay for the things that you want. And that was my way of conveying to him that actually you take money, you invest it, you don't spend it, and then that invested money makes money, and then you take that money and you spend. So and part of the letter that I said to him to sign, and I wrote for him and he had to read, was, I, Leif Ganga, confirms that I've received £200 profit on the 25th of December from my investment with Daddy 12 months ago, and delayed my gratification, did not spend my money when I invested it. Now I have £200 profit, and my initial £500 investment stays invested for the long term. And then he signed it at the end there. So the point here was he understood that, or he's understanding that actually the money, he had to not touch it for a while, made money, and then now he's using that money, and he now understands that that £500 initial money is still invested, and that, in his words, will say, oh, that will keep on growing as well. So those are the two things I've done in the last 2 or 3 days to teach my kids about financial discipline, financial awareness, but the difference between invested money and earned money. So my questions again are, what is it that you're doing for your kids, or for yourself for that matter, to differentiate the two, investment money versus earned money? I'll be interested to hear your thoughts, and on that note, I wish you all well, have a good Christmas and New Year, and hopefully we will I'll see some of you guys in February for the course on title splitting, but otherwise I will see you on the next video. Thanks for watching.